Hi, Sam Cleasby here from So Badass, and today I am reviewing a product for you called the Riksack, which is great because I love a pun, so it's like a rucksack, but it was designed by a man called Rick, so I always love that. So I've got this product to review for you today, and as you can see, I haven't actually opened anything, so I thought I would film myself doing it from beginning to end, just to see how easy it is to use. So the Riksack is a really new ostomy product, and it is designed to make changing your bag a lot easier. And so it is like a bag, I'm not sure what sort of material it's made of, quite sturdy. And it basically goes around your waist under your ostomy pouch, and it allows you to change your bag wherever you are and with the least amount of mess. Now, if I'm totally honest, when I first saw this product, I kind of thought, is this a problem that needs to be solved? Do we not just do it in the bathroom? But then I started thinking about it and realised that actually I do tend to change my ostomy bag in the bathroom, and because I have an ileostomy and so it just goes off all the time, it can be a bit of a nightmare. So I do tend to stand next to the sink, so if it goes off, it will not stain my clothes. So I thought, actually, this is probably a good idea. And the people who designed it said that it's really great to use on the go. And so any product that helps people to have a more independent, normal lifestyle is something that I really want to try. So I've got my instructions that came with my whole package. How to use the Riksack. Choose which liner you're going to use, standard or flushable. Now, I've watched their very lovely YouTube video, so I can see which what they mean by this. And there are two. So there are the non-soluble standard plastic bags, and these are for if you're changing your bag. So it's just like the waste bags that you get with your usual ostomy pouches. And then the other one is a soluble liner. Now these are for if you need to empty your bag and you're in a position where you need a little bit of extra privacy, so if you can't do it directly into the toilet. And these are completely flushable, which is very clever. I like that. So these are used if you are just emptying your bag, so if you're just emptying the waste in, so you can empty your pouch, any bits of tissue, anything you need can go inside that and then be flushed down the toilet. Yeah, that's quite clever, I like that one. Or there is just a normal bag for if you need to change your bag, so if you're doing a complete change. So that is what I'm going to do today, if I can rip it off. So fold the edges of the liner over the top and attach in place using the 3 snap fasteners around the outside of the Riksack. Oh, they're quite big. I like that because sometimes the bags you get are really small. Let's have a look. So it goes inside. Can we see this? And then I'm assuming these are the clips. So, right, let's fold it all over. Put the clips back. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Oh, that's really easy. Okay, so now that is fully lined. Okay. So they also sent me an elasticated clothing belt. Now this is actually a really simple but great thing, and I'm going to show you because I've watched their YouTube video. So this goes around your waist and you clip it, and then it allows you to fold your clothes into the belt so that it's kept out of the way. Yes, do look at my mighty Adventure Time pants. Okay, so that seems to work. Put the Riksack around your waist using the belt and tighten the belt for a snug fit. Oh, blimey, that's long. Oh, that's good. So that's super long. So there shouldn't be any issues with size if you're smaller or larger. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. The other thing I was thinking with this product, I'm going to sit down while I do this. The other thing I was thinking is that actually it can be quite fiddly changing your ostomy bag, and that can be difficult for anybody, but it can also be really difficult if you've got any mobility issues. So if you struggle with maybe arthritis in your hands, or maybe you can't stand to empty it into, to change your bag near the sink. This is my second ostomy, and I'm still, so I'm like 6-7 weeks into this second one. I had my first ostomy for 8 months, and I've still not figured out the perfect way to empty your bag. I sort of end up sitting over the toilet and emptying it in between my legs. Sometimes I try the backwards one, which is weird. Sometimes people say to kneel on the floor, but I don't really want to kneel on the floor next to the toilet. So maybe this is a great thing for people who find it difficult to empty their bags into the toilet. So let's have a look. No, that's still quite big. It does say on the packaging that you can cut these, and it just suggests that once you cut them, you heat with a hot air gun or a heat source, just to stop the fraying, I suppose. Right. I suppose once this is done to your size, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to step back. So here is my ileostomy bag, and I'm going to put this on underneath. Right, okay, so that's clipped on. That feels quite sturdy. So I have put my bag inside the Riksack. And I'm going to do a full bag change. On my YouTube videos, they don't do a bag change. They just sort of go through the motions. But I thought, if I'm trying it out, I may as well go for the whole hog. Right, so I'm using a Lift Plus 360 medical adhesive remover to take off my bag. I have to say, usually I would do this in the bathroom, and it would worry me about leaks or drips coming off. Okay, so I'm going to pull that off and drop that straight into the bag. I have to say that's actually very good. I'm going to clean my stoma. What I'd say is, like, they do talk about being able to use this on the go. And I suppose what you'd do is you'd have maybe a bottle of water with you. I've just got a little mug of clean water. That's quite nice that everything's just going straight down. I have to say already, this is cutting down the time of my bag change. Okay, so like I said, because I've got an ileostomy, please don't panic that I've got some blood coming from my stoma. I'm still quite not far out of surgery. Okay, so next I'm using a paste because I have my stoma sits in a dip. So I am going to use my paste. Obviously not all people use this, but I have to say this is usually quite a tricky thing to do because I'm trying to put paste on, and I'm trying to make sure that if any bits come out of my stoma, if any waste comes out of my stoma, that it's not going all over the place. So having that sort of security there is it's very nice. I forgot to put on my Kevlar barrier. I'm going to do that now. So I use Kevlar barrier wipes. And as as usual, I forgot to cut my bag, and this is the point. I realise now you can't see my face. This is the point where usually I panic and go, it's going to go off everywhere and I haven't cut my bag. This is quite nice, these there. Let me show you from the side. So I'm going to cut my bag now. I know the shape and size of my stoma, so I don't tend to use a guide. There we go, and I'm going to pop that waist straight in. My barrier has dried nicely. This is the bit I have to say I'm a bit concerned about. I'm wondering now, is this going to end up sticking to the bag? But actually, it's quite low down, so let's see. So I'm going to put on my bag and press it down. And no, it's not stuck to the bag at all. I'm going to stick that on, do up the end. I'm currently using Coloplast Sensura Mia, and I use a convex bag because, like I say, because of this dip in my skin. There we go. Usually when I'm in the bathroom now, I'd wash my hands. Because I'm not in the bathroom, I've got some of this no-rinse skin cleaner. You could use like a little tube of antibac gel that you can buy in supermarkets. That, to be honest, that's usually part of my my ostomy kit when I go out and about. And that is it. So I'm assuming now we take this off. My bag is on. There is nothing on my clothes. I'm going to put my trousers back up. Take off the belt. And then let's take these poppers off. And there's all the waste. There's nothing on the bag. There's nothing I need to wipe clean with that. This liner is tied, and I'll get rid of that in the normal waste as usual. Let's have a look if there's anything else that I should have done, because I forgot to read the instructions after that. When you've finished, remove the liner and dispose accordingly. The Riksack, a quick and convenient way to empty or change your ostomy pouch. And this is available from stomaworks. I'll pop the links up so everyone can go in. So yeah, what did I think of that? Do you know what? I can see me using this. I go camping quite a lot. I can see me using it at camping. I can see me using it at festivals. I can see me using it, putting it in the car. Sometimes I do quite long journeys with work, and I'm either in the car or on the train, so I could see me using it with that. It is quite big. I suppose you could fold it up. Actually, it folds quite flat. So it's not, when you've got to take a load of ostomy supplies anyway, it's not that big. But yeah, I liked that. I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it. I wasn't sure whether it was a necessary thing. If I'm honest, would I use it at home every single day? No, I don't think that I really need to, because I'll be in my own bathroom. I feel comfortable with that. But if I was at someone else's house, can you imagine the panic of your ostomy leaking on your friend's white carpet? I would definitely use it for travel. And I think that this is a really new product, and I think that it's fantastic that we're having these innovations in ostomy supplies and ostomy products. I know sometimes it can feel a bit overwhelming because there's so many ostomy products, but that tends to be pouches and creams and potions and things like that. Something like this that is a real useful, and it's just something that helps make people feel a little bit more independent. I think that's a really brilliant thing. Anything that can help people to feel like they can get out more and use this, I think it's fantastic. So yeah, I like it. I'll use it again. I can tell you a bit about the people. Richard, who's the one of the designers, has got a stoma. and he decided to create something that would help him. He says that he's a keen traveller and outdoors person, and that he uses this when he's backpacking. He doesn't have to kneel on the wet ground. He stands upright, fully clothed, and changes his bag. Quick clean up with hand sanitizer, I'm good to go. That's a good thing. Oh, this is quite interesting. So these, it says here, if you use a biodegradable liner bag, and I'm not sure whether by that they mean the water soluble, I'd check that. But by using a biodegradable liner bag and tissues, I can dig a cat hole in the normal way and bury it. Normal, I'm assuming he means for people who actually spend time outdoors in the wild. We don't all bury stuff in the garden. But I like that. I'd definitely use this, and I think that it's a handy piece of kit for anybody who is doing a lot of travelling, or who needs just that little bit of extra security, or like I say, if you've got mobility problems and changing your bag is quite a difficult thing to do, then I think this is a really, really handy piece of kit. So there we go. This is my review of the Riksack. Still love it, Riksack. And this is Sam Cleasby for So Badass. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be trying to do a few more reviews. So yeah, stay badass. Bye.